In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve this problem under dosages. So the first thing we're going to do is to identify the units involved in the problem and the unit that we expect to have as an answer. So we were given milligram per hours. Okay. We also have milligram per tablet. Okay, we were given some weight as 100 pounds, but that will not help us in any way to arrive at our final unit, which is tablet per week. We want to have our final unit as well, tablet per week. Okay, if we start with 100 pounds, that means we have to have some unit that has some pounds in it to get rid of all the pounds we have in there. But in this case, we don't have any pounds per week. Okay, or we don't have any pounds in any of the rates given, okay, on this question. So we're going to begin with the rate, which is 22 milligram every 6 hours. So you have 22 milligram per 6 hours. And the next thing is to find out how many hours in a day. Okay, so there is some hours here, okay, which we have to get rid of. All right, so 24 hours per day. So hours cancel out. Now we have day, which we are not interested to have as our final unit. Okay, so we need to find a way to get rid of for the day. So we have to have some weeks at the bottom, and the relationship between days and week is what? 7 days equal to 1 week. So your 7 days will stay at the top and the week will stay at the bottom. So days cancel out. And now we have some milligram here, but our final unit has to be in what? Tablets per week. We already have week at the bottom, so that part is done. So we need to find a way and get rid of the milligram we have in this equation, okay, so we can have some tablet at the top instead. So the only place we see tablet is in this unit, which is milligram per tablet. So we're going to flip this rate given, which is 12.1 milligram per tablet. Okay, so we're going to have our tablet at the top and our milligram, which is 12.1 milligram at the bottom. So milligram cancel out. Now you have your tablet at the top, you have your week at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and multiply the numbers we have at the top and divide by the numbers we have at the bottom. So this will give us 50.91, and if you leave it, or if you round to the nearest whole number, that is 51 tablet per week. All right, so that is the first part. Now the second part, which is the B part, we want to have our final unit as milliliters per week. Okay, again, the unit that we have, or the unit that is involved in the problem, is the milligram per hours. We are still not going to use 100 pounds. So 100 pounds will not be included in the unit, okay? Because if we use that, that is still going to remain in the equation. That is not what we want. So we have milligram per hours. We also have milliliters per milligram or milligram per milliliters. This right here. And we want to have our final unit as what? Milliliters per week. So we're going to start with the 22 milligram per 6 hours. You want to find a way and get rid of all the hours. Okay, so to convert from hours to weeks, we have to convert hours to days. Then we can go from days to what? Weeks. So the relationship between hours and days is what? 24 hours has what? 1 day in it. And the relationship between days and weeks is 7 days is equal to what? 1 week. Okay, we have week at the bottom, so that part is done. We need to have some milliliters at the top. And we also have to get rid of what? We need to find a way and get rid of the milligram we have in this equation. And the only place we see milliliters at the same time milligram is in the milligram per what? ml we have. The 12.1 milligram per 6 ml we have in this rate. So we're going to go ahead and flip that rate with our 6 ml at the top, because that is what we want to have at the top. We want to have ml at the top. And we also have to have our 12.1 milligram at the bottom so that the milligram can cancel out. Now we have some milliliters at the top. We have some weeks at the bottom, so that part is done. So we're going to go ahead and multiply the numbers we have at the top, dividing by the numbers we have at the bottom. And this will give us divided by 6. This is 305.45 if you leave it to 2 decimal places, and the unit is milliliters per week. All right, so that is how you solve this problem.